Hello everyone, welcome to this bonus video where we would talk to a couple of our students who will tell us their stories about the visa application journey. Today with me I have Vikas, who is from India, and he will tell you a bit more about himself first before we dive into the conversation about the visa story.
I am Vikas Baduria. I am basically from Mumbai, India. I came to Germany back in 2017, in November 2017. And after coming to Germany, I have completed my master's over here, master's in electrical and information technology. And from Hochschule-Wismar, it's a very small university and city in the northeastern part of Germany. And after completing my master's, I basically started working in Frankfurt full time. So I'm living in and working in Frankfurt from 1.5 years now.
Great. So how did you decide to come to Germany for your studies to begin with?
So I wanted to explore after my bachelor's. So I finished my bachelor's back in 2016, and then I had different options. I was exploring different options. I already was learning German language at that time, so the German culture and the language was very fascinating to me. And then I researched about the education system over here. The quality of education is really nice. The university degrees are recognized all around the world. And also the best factor is that you don't have to pay a huge amount of tuition fee. For me, the tuition fee was €148 per 6 months per semester, which is like only the semester contribution that I had to pay. And basically that was my main motivation to come over here. The high quality education and low tuition fee combined with my passion for this language and the culture and everything.
Great. Really interesting. So you mentioned you went to Wismar. Can you tell us more about the program you chose and the university where you studied?
I did my master's in electrical engineering and information. So this program is a combination of electronics that was part of my bachelor's also. I did bachelor's in electronics and also some courses related to information technology. I had courses, some subjects related to Internet of Things, some subjects related to cryptography, some subjects related to network security. My favorite subject was the machine learning that I did, and also I did my master thesis in machine learning and AI. And when you look at the university, maybe it's not the biggest university in Germany, it's an applied science university, but there are still 7,000, 8,000 students studying over there, and at least 1,000 students who are international. So you never feel that you are in a small city or something like that, because there are so many people that you can interact with.
Yeah, and this is a great tip for all of you that it's not always the biggest cities or the biggest universities that have interesting programs.
Exactly.
Sometimes smaller universities or applied universities for applied science have really nice offerings, which are great and maybe slightly easier to get into because the interest is lower. Great, now to the really important question of this particular session about the visa application process, because I guess since you're from India, you needed to have a student visa to come to Germany.
Yes, with the visa application part, it can be a little bit tricky if you are not starting it a little bit earlier, because you need to gather a lot of information, you need to gather a lot of documents, and then you need to prepare your finances, for example. So for me, the visa application process started as soon as I received my university admission. And you don't have to wait until you receive your university admission to gather the information. You can of course start your process like appointment or something like that. But what I would suggest is at least gather the information and the finances before you get admission. So as soon as you get the admission, you can go for the appointment. As soon as you get the appointment from the embassy, you can go for your finances and everything, and then everything goes hand in hand rather than you wait for everything.
Yeah, that's a great point. So can you estimate how long this whole application for the visa took you from the moment basically you had your university admission?
As soon as I received my university admission, it took me around, I would say I came here in November. So I applied for the visa in the month of August.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember on 17th of or 16th of August. So it took around like 2 months, 2.5 months to. I received my visa in 1.5 months, but then I waited for 10 days to come to Germany because my course was going to start in November.
Okay, so this is giving a bit of an orientation how long you have to actually prepare and all the documents once you have your appointment.
Exactly. So I received my university admission in the month of June, June or July. So it took me around 1 month to book the visa appointment and then to prepare all the documents and everything.
Okay.
But again, I was prepared from previous 2-3 months itself. Then it was easy for me.
Yeah. And in which embassy did you apply for the visa?
It's not embassy, it's consulate. It's German consulate in Mumbai. Basically it depends upon where you are living. So depending on that, you can either apply to the embassy or consulate. For me, it was Mumbai consulate responsible for me. So I applied for Mumbai consulate directly over there.
Okay. I think a lot of students also are a bit worried about the visa interview itself. Did you go through one, or could you just submit your application?
For the visa interview, I kind of had it and not had it because that was not a formal interview by the consulate. But I had to go inside. It was an appointment where I had to submit the documents, and then there was a visa officer who asked me a couple of questions, but it was not a proper interview. It was just a question, basically, why you want to study in Germany, and your documents, about something about my documents and everything. The one mistake that I did over there, that I did not arrange my documents as per the checklist. And she was not annoyed, but a little bit disappointed or frustrated. She did not shout at me, but she was like, at least arrange your documents. And then she gave me the documents. I had to arrange it. So it took her 5 minutes or 10 minutes. So she was a little bit disappointed. But this is something that you should have to take care of for the students who are coming in.
Yeah.
That always arrange your documents as per the checklist that is available on the embassy's website or the consulate's website.
So did you feel the need to prepare, or how did you prepare for this video, for this interview appointment?
For the interview, I was over prepared, I would say, because I was not expecting them not to ask me anything.
Okay.
But yes, the general questions like why you chose to study in Germany, why this particular university, why this particular course, and if you have some background, like if you had some dropouts in your university years or something like that. If you had a work experience, so just prepare something about why you waited for 3 years to come and apply for a master's program, because you are working and what you are working in, and just basic questions you can prepare about yourself, and that would be good, I would say.
Yeah, perfect. Did you have any issues collecting any of the documents that you needed for the application?
Not. Again, I would say that be well prepared before you start the process, then it becomes more easier. But for me, the issue came when I came to know that my degree certificate, my bachelor's degree certificate, name on the degree certificate was not matching with my passport.
Oh, okay.
So this is something that I came to know just like 1.5 months before the interview. So I had to go through the whole process with my university because I cannot change my passport. I had to change my degree. And this is one very important tip that I would give, is your passport is considered to be like your personal document. So everything, all your information would be judged on based on your passport.
And has to match.
Exactly. So all your other certificates, like the degree certificates or maybe any other certificates, so you can you can make sure that all the names are as per the passport that you have.
That's a very good advice, I think, because maybe, especially if people got married, change their name, it's important that this is clear for the embassy officers, so that they make sure that the certificates you provided are yours and not somebody
then you need a marriage certificate, I suppose.
Great. So you mentioned that you informed yourself in advance about the whole process and the documents you need. Where did you find the information? What are some useful resources for students to look into?
During my time, I came in 2017, so there were not many resources. I would say right now there are so many resources available, but mostly I found information on DAAD website. Regarding the visa process, I would highly recommend that get information only from the embassy's website or the consulate's website, because they have the correct information over there. And then I also had some friends who were living in Germany, who were studying over here, who I was constantly in touch with. And as soon as I received my admission, my university was also kind enough to allot me a buddy 1 month before, who was giving me a lot of information about how to come to Germany and the visa process and everything also.
Yeah, but I guess with this course that we've now developed, I think students coming to Germany would have ample information in advance and will know how to avoid any of the mistakes you managed to make in your process, so that everything goes smoothly. So last question, is there any other tips or tricks that you experienced on the way you want to share with the students?
One thing is that do not wait for your dream university admission to go ahead with the visa process, because what happens, I have seen students, they apply to 10 to 12 different universities, and then they have 2 or 3 dream universities in that, and then they get admission from the ones that they just applied
just in case,
and then they also wait for the admission for their dream university. So this is something that I would not recommend. As soon as you get the first admit, go ahead with the visa process. So if you received a dream university admit, then of course you can take that particular thing into consideration, because sometimes the embassy during the visa appointment booking, they would ask you like which university have you got admission from. So you can give the temporary name at that point of time, but it doesn't matter if you give any other admit letter during the time of, so what you give during the time of your visa appointment, that is more important. So you can wait until you don't need to wait basically until your dream university admit. Go for the visa application process as soon as you get even one admission, and maybe you can change it later on.
Yeah, no, that's great advice. Just to speed up everything and make sure that you can come to Germany in time for the semester start and you don't have to wait.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you very much, because I think this was really interesting. And hello everyone, this is our second bonus video from the series where I'll have the pleasure to talk to Shui, somebody who came here to Germany from China to do her master studies. Hi Shui, nice to see you. Can you please tell us a bit more about yourself?
Yes, sure. My name is Xu and I'm from China. So I came to Germany in 2018, and since then I was a loyal Fintiba user, because I used Fintiba for my broker account to apply for my visa, and also to show as the financial proof for my study in Germany. And last year I graduated. It was quite a unique experience because I graduated during the COVID period. Everything was done online, and our regulations in the university is also changed a lot from the previous years, but I just successfully graduated.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Really nice. So how did you decide to come and study in Germany actually?
Well, I feel I don't have much choice because I chose German as my second foreign language. And then that's why I met also many German friends and also Australian friends, and they told me that education in Germany is high quality and tuition free, and I think it's more of the peer influence and of friend circles influence, and then I choose Germany for my further study.
That's really interesting. So which university did you pick here in Germany?
I went to the University of Cologne.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
Cologne.
What did you study?
I studied North American studies because Cologne University and Bonn University, they are partner universities. So I also studied 1 year in Bonn University for the economics module.
Very interesting. So coming to the interesting topic of the session then, the visa application. How familiar were you with it? When did you start finding out information about it, and how long did the whole process take you?
Yeah, well, study abroad is actually a very long-term program. For example, on the third year of a university, I have to go through this APS process. It's also called Akademische Prüfstelle in German. There's an extra process required for the Chinese students. It's just basically check your documents and to see if you really meet the requirements of this degree. And after I get the APS, and on the fourth year of my bachelor studies, I applied for the universities online, and then I get the offers, and then apply at the embassy in China, German embassy in China.
For the visa?
Yes.
And in which city you had to apply for the visa?
I went to the capital city of China, that's Beijing.
And how long was the whole process from when you got your visa to when you received it, when you applied to when you received the visa?
I think it's around 4 weeks. Yeah.
Okay, 4 weeks. Was it difficult to prepare all the documents you need for the visa application?
I would say it's not very difficult, but it requires you to be very patient because for each specific step they have many documents to check. But luckily I also have many friends who are already in Germany. They helped me a lot, and also I checked many posts posted by the previous applicants. So I think it's just take you a lot of time, but it's not difficult.
Okay, great. And you mentioned you had to take an interview for the APS process. Can you tell me a bit how you prepared for it? Was it challenging?
It's actually it makes people feel very pressure before you go into this APS process. But once I applied for a appointment, and then I prepared all these questions that is possible to be asked. That's normally related to your studies, and also why do you choose Germany, your future plan, and how can you as an individual can help the development between these two countries, which is your mother country and Germany. So I summarized these questions online and also from my friends, and then just make some demo Q&A session with my friends.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. And this helped you, and the interview went fine, and it was not as scary as you thought it would be.
Yes.
That's good news.
Yeah, because you can choose you want this interview be done in German or in English. I choose an easier one that's in English, so I think it's fine, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so this is nice also to have the choice. Yeah. And for the actual visa application, did you also have to have an interview, or you just submitted your documents in person in the embassy?
For the actual visa application, we just submitted all the documents. But we have to be there in person because they have to do this biometrics check. Yeah.
Great. So you mentioned you got some help from your peers, from other people who already were in Germany. Where else did you find information on what you needed to do for the visa process?
For the visa process, I basically check online because all the required documents or deadlines, process requirements are listed on the official website of the embassy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is really important. At the end of the day, all the real and information that's up to date, it's on the embassy's website and not on third-party sources, which may be more confusing than helpful at the end of the day. Yeah. Great. So last question, are there any other tips or tricks that you've learned along the way coming here to Germany you want to share with the students?
I think I have 2 tips I want to share.
Great.
First is always check the original website with their original language. Of course, the post by the previous participants can help you, but please don't trust 100% because the policy, the entry policy, the deadline requirements can be updated by the official website. And the second is it's good to find some friends together with you to have the same goal to do something, and then you can encourage each other and also check if you speed a little slow of the process. Yeah, so always find your own group.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I hope this was helpful for you, and until next time.
Yeah.